Welcome to your personalized deep dive.
Oh, awesome.
Today we're diving into the world of quantum AI.
Okay.
And to guide us through this,
Uh-huh.
we have an essay by Jorgo Schneppat
Okay.
called Quanten-KI, Ethische Fragen und technologische Grenzen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be exploring not just the potential of this incredible tech,
Right.
but the ethical questions it raises.
Absolutely.
Schneppat's essay kind of takes us on a journey.
Okay.
It's structured in 6 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
From the core concepts of quantum computing all the way to solutions
Oh, wow.
for these potential ethical dilemmas.
That's great.
What I found fascinating about Schneppat's work is how he blends
Yeah.
the technological insights with the ethical considerations right from the beginning.
Absolutely.
He really recognizes that quantum AI's impact on our world is going to be profound.
Mm-hmm.
So he tackles both the how and the why of this emerging field.
Yeah, and I think that's really important because
Right.
often we get so caught up in the technology itself that we forget to ask those deeper questions about the implications.
So Schneppat starts off by tackling the fundamental question,
Okay.
what is quantum computing?
Right.
And he uses this mind-bending analogy to help us wrap our heads around it.
Okay.
Imagine a computer that can be both a 0 and a 1
Wow.
at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the power of a qubit,
Yeah.
the building block of quantum computers.
That's really the heart of quantum computing, is that idea of superposition,
Right.
where a qubit can be in multiple states simultaneously.
Exactly.
It's unlike anything in our classical worlds,
It's so wild.
where things are either on or off
Yeah, I
or
know.
one.
So how does he explain how that's
Yeah.
even possible?
Well, Schneppat dives into the principles of quantum mechanics, things like superposition, which we just talked about, entanglement, where qubits become linked,
Right.
and quantum interference, where these quantum states can interact with each other.
Right.
And it's these principles that allow quantum computers to perform calculations in ways that classical computers simply can't.
So it's not just...
It's not just about speed. It's about tackling entirely new types of problems.
So speaking of speed,
Yeah.
Schneppat highlights the incredible speed advantage of quantum computing.
Right.
He claims that tasks that would take classical computers thousands of years
And thousands of years.
could be accomplished in seconds by a quantum computer.
It's mind-boggling, the potential speed up.
I mean, that kind of speed boost has the potential to revolutionize so many fields, but particularly AI.
Absolutely. And Schneppat really emphasizes that.
Yeah.
He sees the speed advantage as a game changer
Okay.
for complex AI tasks.
You have to give me an example.
Like, imagine training AI models
Uh-huh.
on massive data sets in a fraction of the time it takes today.
Wow.
Or developing algorithms that can solve problems we previously thought were unsolvable.
It's almost like limitless possibilities.
The possibilities are truly mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's hard to even comprehend. But Schneppat emphasizes that quantum AI isn't just about raw speed.
Right.
He outlines 3 major advantages:
Okay.
exponential acceleration, which we've talked about, expanded model capacities, and efficient optimization.
Yeah. These are all key advantages
Yeah.
that quantum AI brings to the table.
I was really struck by his example of how quantum AI could transform logistics.
Oh, yeah. Logistics is a fantastic example.
Could tell me about that.
Schneppat envisions a future where quantum AI manages global supply chains
Okay.
with unimaginable efficiency.
Wow.
Imagine getting any product delivered to your doorstep within hours,
Wow.
anywhere in the world.
I would.
That's the kind of optimization power we're talking about.
That's incredible.
It's really revolutionary.
But what about other fields?
There are so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Schneppat also talks about healthcare, finance, material science.
Uh-huh.
Really, the potential applications are vast.
Does he give any other, like, compelling example?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He talks about how quantum AI could revolutionize medical diagnosis.
Nope.
Imagine AI systems capable of analyzing medical images with incredible precision,
Okay.
leading to faster and more accurate diagnoses.
So, like, catching diseases.
Exactly.
Their earliest stages.
Potentially saving countless lives.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
It's a very optimistic vision.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to consider these possibilities
Right.
because they really highlight the potential benefits of quantum AI.
But I guess every technological advancement
Of course.
comes with its own set of challenges.
Absolutely.
So does Schneppat address the potential downsides.
He does, and this is where his essay takes a crucial turn.
Okay.
Schneeppat acknowledges that this powerful technology isn't without risks.
Okay.
He dives deep into the ethical concerns,
Okay.
starting with the very real threat to data privacy and security.
This is the part that worries me.
Yeah, it's a serious concern.
I've heard that quantum computers could crack the encryption
That's right.
methods we rely on today.
Yeah.
Is Schneeppat saying that our personal data could become completely vulnerable?
It's a possibility that he doesn't shy away from.
Wow.
He argues that quantum AI could potentially render
Yeah.
current encryption methods obsolete,
Oh, wow.
exposing sensitive information
Right.
to malicious actors.
So like all of our financial transactions,
Exactly.
medical records, even government secrets.
Everything we consider private today
Yeah.
could be at risk.
That sounds terrifying.
It's a sobering thought,
Yeah.
and Schneeppat wants us to take it seriously.
But isn't that fear a bit overblown?
Well,
How realistic is it that quantum computers will just crack all encryption that quickly?
it's a good question, and Schneeppat acknowledges
Yeah.
that there's still debate about the timeline
Okay.
for such a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
However, he emphasizes that it's a possibility we need to prepare for.
So we can't just bury our heads in the sand.
Exactly.
We need to be proactive.
He urges governments and organizations,
Okay. To start exploring quantum-resistant encryption methods
okay,
to mitigate this risk.
so it's better to be prepared
Absolutely.
than to face a sudden security crisis.
We don't want to be caught off guard.
Yeah, so besides data security, what other ethical concerns does he bring up?
Well, another major concern
Yeah.
that Schneeppat highlights is the lack of transparency in quantum AI systems.
What does he mean by that?
He delves into what's often called the black box problem,
Okay.
where even experts struggle to understand how these complex systems
Right.
make decisions.
Okay.
This raises significant questions about accountability,
Right.
especially when these systems are used in high-stakes situations.
I could see how that would be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, if a quantum AI is making medical diagnoses,
Exactly.
shouldn't we want to know
Yes.
how it's arriving at its conclusions?
Absolutely.
What if it makes a mistake?
That's a key question.
Who's responsible?
Schneeppat uses that very example, a misdiagnosis by a quantum AI.
And he poses a very thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Would you trust a medical diagnosis from an AI whose reasoning you couldn't understand?
That's a good question.
It really gets to the heart of the trust issue surrounding AI,
Yeah.
particularly when it's amplified by the complexity of quantum systems.
Yeah, because it's not like we can easily go back and look at the code
Exactly.
and see where the mistake was made.
It's not that simple.
Yeah. So he's saying that without transparency,
Without transparency,
it's hard to assign blame.
it becomes incredibly difficult.
Okay.
If a quantum AI makes a mistake with real-world consequences,
That's a chilling thought.
it's a serious concern.
Yeah, like handing over these life-altering decisions
Mhm.
to a system we don't fully comprehend.
We need to be very cautious.
So does Schneeppat see this lack of transparency as like
Well,
an inherent flaw in quantum AI?
he doesn't believe it's an insurmountable problem.
Okay.
He suggests that researchers and developers need to focus on building explainable
Okay.
quantum AI systems.
So systems where the decision-making process
Exactly.
is more transparent.
Where we can understand how the AI arrived at its conclusions.
And that would help build trust.
Transparency is essential for building trust
Right.
and ensuring responsible use of this technology.
So it's not about abandoning quantum AI altogether.
No,
It's about designing it in a way
it's about finding ways.
that allows us to understand and monitor
Exactly.
its decision-making.
We need to be in control.
That seems reasonable.
It's a balanced approach.
But what about the broader societal impacts?
Right.
Does Schneeppat address those as well?
He absolutely does.
Hey.
He dives into the potential economic and social consequences
Oh.
of this technological revolution.
Like what?
Well, for example, he argues that quantum AI could exacerbate existing inequalities,
Oh.
creating a world where only a select few have access to its benefits.
So we could end up with a scenario
It's a possibility.
where the rich and powerful use quantum AI to further their own interests, leaving everyone else behind.
It's a concern that we need to address.
That's a pretty bleak outlook.
It's a potential downside that we need to be aware of.
Right. It's like we've seen how technology can be used to
Exactly.
both empower and exploit.
It's a double-edged sword.
So it's crucial to be mindful of these potential pitfalls
From the outset,
right from the beginning.
we need to be proactive.
What other societal impacts does he discuss?
One of the most pressing concerns he raises is the potential for job displacement.
Okay.
As quantum AI becomes capable of automating complex tasks,
Yeah.
many jobs currently performed by humans could become obsolete.
We're looking at a potential future where millions of people are out of work
It's a real possibility.
because machines can do their jobs better and faster.
Efficiency and automation are key features of AI.
It's a scary thought.
It's a valid concern.
Does Schneppat offer any solutions for this?
He acknowledges that it's a complex issue
Yeah.
with no easy answers. However, he emphasizes the need for proactive measures.
Like what?
He suggests investing in education and retraining programs
Okay.
to prepare the workforce for the jobs of the future.
The jobs that require creativity,
Exactly.
critical thinking.
Skills that are less likely to be automated.
So it's about equipping people
It's about empowering people
with the tools they need to adapt.
to adapt to this rapidly changing technological landscape.
That sounds like a monumental task.
It will require a concerted effort
Yeah.
from governments,
Uh-huh.
educational institutions,
Yeah.
and businesses.
Wow, this is all incredibly insightful.
It's a lot to consider.
Yeah, but also a bit overwhelming.
It can be daunting,
I mean, we've covered data security,
right?
transparency, inequality, job displacement.
These are all major ethical challenges.
Are there any other ethical concerns that he delves into?
There is one more,
Okay.
and it's perhaps the most unsettling of all.
Okay, I'm scared now.
Schneppat explores the potential existential risks of quantum AI, arguing that this technology could be used for destructive purposes, leading to a new era of autonomous weaponry
Oh, no.
or sophisticated cyber warfare.
This is where it starts to feel like a science fiction thriller.
It does have that element of dystopian possibility.
Quantum AI powering autonomous weapon systems.
It's a chilling thought.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Schneppat points to what he calls the dual-use dilemma
Okay.
inherent in any powerful technology.
Okay.
While quantum AI has the potential to solve
Yeah.
some of humanity's greatest challenges,
Right.
it could also be used to inflict harm.
On an unprecedented scale.
Exactly.
So it's like we're standing at the edge of a precipice.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
On one side,
Yeah.
we see the potential for incredible advancements,
Mhm.
and on the other, we see the abyss.
Of misuse and destruction.
It's a scary thought.
It's a reminder that we need to proceed with caution.
Schneppat's essay really forces us to confront both
Yes.
the awe-inspiring potential and the chilling risks.
He doesn't offer easy answers,
Yeah.
but he challenges us to think deeply about the choices we make today
Right.
that will shape the future of this transformative technology.
So that brings us to the heart of his essay.
Okay.
The search for solutions. That's what I'm eager to explore.
Yeah,
I mean, we've uncovered this Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas.
we have.
So does Schneppat offer any hope
He does.
that we can navigate these challenges and harness quantum AI for good?
He believes that we can.
Let's dive into that in part 2 of our deep dive.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into quantum AI.
We left off on quite a cliffhanger,
We did.
talking about all of these potential risks.
Right.
And now I'm eager to hear what solutions Schneppat proposes.
Well, Schneppat doesn't offer simple fixes.
Okay.
He advocates for a multifaceted approach
Okay.
that involves international cooperation, transparency, ethical design principles, and a fundamental shift in how we think about the relationship between technology and society.
So it's not just about, like, tweaking algorithms
It's not about quick fixes.
or adding safety features.
It's about addressing the ethical dimensions from
Right.
the ground up.
He's calling for a more holistic approach.
Absolutely.
One of his key proposals is this idea of international regulation
Right.
to govern the development and use of quantum AI.
He emphasizes the need for global cooperation
Okay.
to prevent an AI arms race
Oh, wow.
and ensure that this technology is not weaponized.
That sounds like a tall order.
It's a significant challenge.
Getting countries to agree on anything,
All right.
especially something as complex as quantum AI.
It will require a concerted effort,
Yeah.
but Schneppat believes it's essential.
Okay. How does he envision this working in practice?
Well, he draws parallels to agreements like
Yeah.
the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty,
Okay.
suggesting that similar frameworks could be developed
To regulate quantum AI.
to regulate the research, development, and deployment of quantum AI.
So it's about establishing global norms and standards
Exactly.
to ensure that it's used responsibly and ethically.
That's the goal.
It sounds like a necessary step.
It's a crucial step.
But I wonder if it would stifle innovation.
That's a valid concern.
Would all these regulations slow down progress?
Schneppat addresses this directly.
Okay.
He argues that well-crafted regulations developed with input from scientists, ethicists, and policymakers can actually foster innovation by creating a level playing field
Okay.
and ensuring that the development proceeds responsibly and sustainably.
So responsible innovation
Yes.
is more likely to lead to long-term success.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's about finding the right balance
It's about striking a balance.
between encouraging progress and mitigating risks.
But regulations alone can't solve everything.
Of course not.
What other solutions does Schneppat propose?
He places a strong emphasis on transparency
Okay.
and public education.
So he's saying we need to demystify quantum AI, make it more accessible to the general public
We need to make it understandable.
so that everyone can participate.
An informed public is better equipped to engage in meaningful conversations and decision-making processes.
Yeah, it shouldn't just be left to the experts
It's a societal issue.
to decide how this technology shapes our future.
Everyone should have a voice.
But how do we achieve that level of public understanding?
It's a challenge.
Quantum AI is a pretty complex topic.
It is, but Schneppat proposes a multi-pronged approach,
Okay.
incorporating these concepts into school curricula, developing engaging documentaries,
Right.
interactive online resources, and fostering open dialogues between scientists, ethicists, and the public.
So it's about making quantum AI less intimidating
And more testable.
and more accessible to everyone.
Exactly.
But even with all of that information,
Right.
we also need to make sure that
Yeah.
quantum AI systems are designed
With ethical considerations in mind.
right from the start.
From the very beginning.
Schneppat uses this term ethics by design.
Yes. It's a crucial concept.
So tell me about that.
He's arguing that ethical considerations
Mhm.
should be an integral part of the development process.
So, like baking ethics into the DNA of quantum AI.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah?
Making sure that these systems are aligned with human values.
And operate in a way that benefits society.
That's the ultimate goal.
But how do we actually do that?
It's a complex challenge.
Yeah, does Schneppat give us, like, concrete guidance?
He suggests developing a set of ethical guidelines,
Okay.
specifically for quantum AI,
Outlining key principles.
such as fairness,
Uh-huh.
transparency, accountability, and human oversight.
Okay, so these guidelines would then be translated into
Right.
practical design choices.
Ensuring that the systems are developed and deployed responsibly.
It sounds promising.
It's a framework for ethical development.
But how do we ensure that these guidelines are actually followed?
That's a key question.
Would we need some kind of oversight body?
Schneppat suggests establishing independent ethics review boards
Okay.
to evaluate quantum AI projects,
Okay, so similar to...
similar to the institutional review boards
Right.
that oversee research involving human subjects.
And these boards would consist of...
Experts in ethics,
Okay.
law, social sciences, and technology,
So a multidisciplinary perspective.
to ensure a comprehensive evaluation.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's about bringing together diverse perspectives
Right.
to identify potential ethical risks.
It sounds like Schneppat has really put a lot of thought into this.
He's done extensive research.
He's come up with some innovative solutions.
He's trying to anticipate the challenges.
But are there any limitations to his proposed solutions?
Well, Schneppat acknowledges that his proposals are not a panacea.
Okay.
He recognizes that there will always be challenges
Yeah.
and unforeseen consequences.
Especially when dealing with something as powerful as quantum AI.
It's a rapidly evolving field
So it's not about finding like a perfect solution. It's about creating a framework.
that allows us to adapt and respond.
As the technology evolves,
It's an ongoing process
it's a journey.
of exploration and learning.
Schneppet's insights are really thought-provoking.
He's raising important questions.
Yeah, he's presented a really compelling case for taking a proactive and ethically informed approach
He's urging us to be mindful
to the development of this technology.
of the potential consequences.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think his work is a call to action for all of us
To engage in this crucial conversation.
about the future of quantum AI.
He reminds us that we have a responsibility
to shape this technology.
in a way that benefits humanity
Yeah.
and safeguards our future.
Throughout his essay, Schneeppat references like a huge bibliography.
Yes, his bibliography is quite extensive.
Why do you think he chose to include so many references?
Well, I think it serves several purposes.
Okay.
First, it demonstrates the depth of his research.
Right.
Second, it provides readers with valuable resources.
For further exploration.
Ex-
And third.
I think it serves as a reminder
Of what?
that this conversation about quantum AI is not happening in isolation.
What do you mean by that?
Schneeppat is drawing connections between his work
Okay.
and the broader discourse on the role of technology in society.
So it's not just a standalone analysis. It's part of a larger conversation.
He's encouraging us to connect the dots.
To see the bigger picture.
You see how this technology fits into our evolving relationship with technology.
Exactly.
It seems that Schneeppat's essay is as much about provoking
Absolutely.
critical thinking and ethical reflection
As it is about providing concrete solutions.
He wants us to grapple with these complex questions
And to recognize that we all have a role to play.
in shaping the trajectory of quantum AI.
It's a collective responsibility.
This deep dive into Schneeppat's work has been amazing,
It's been enlightening.
but I feel like there's still more to uncover.
Yes, the final chapter awaits.
What awaits us in the conclusion of Quantum Kai, ethische Fragen und technologische Grenzen? Let's find out.
We've reached the final chapter of Schneeppat's essay, and I'm curious to see how he ties everything together. We've explored the potential, we grappled with the ethical challenges, we examined the solutions he proposes.
Yeah.
What's the overarching message that Schneeppat leaves us with?
Well, I think Schneeppat's conclusion really serves as both a summation of his key arguments
Okay.
and a call to action. He reiterates his belief that quantum AI has the potential to be this transformative force for good.
Right.
But he's very clear that it's only going to happen if we approach its development and deployment with a deep sense of ethical responsibility.
He's not letting us off the hook.
No, he's really emphasizing that we can't just stand by and watch as technological progress unfolds.
Right.
We have a duty to actively shape the trajectory of quantum AI.
So it's not just about mitigating risks or setting boundaries.
More than that.
He's actually urging us to proactively steer quantum AI towards a future that benefits all of humanity.
Exactly. He wants us to think big, to envision the kind of world we want to create with this technology.
Yeah.
And then to actually work together to make that vision a reality.
I like that.
One phrase that really stood out to me in his conclusion was sustainable development.
Of quantum AI.
Yes. And I think he's talking about more than just technological sustainability.
Okay.
He's also concerned with ethical and societal sustainability.
So thinking about the long-term consequences.
Exactly. We need to make sure that quantum AI contributes to a just and equitable future for everyone.
I mean, that's a really important point that we need to keep in mind.
Absolutely.
It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of new technology.
It's shiny and new.
That we kind of overlook the potential downsides.
Right, the unintended consequences.
And as we've discussed, quantum AI presents some pretty unique
and potentially far-reaching
ethical challenges.
So we need to be prepared.
Does Schneeppat give us any final words of wisdom on how to navigate all of this?
He emphasizes the need for ongoing dialogue and collaboration. He really stresses that no single person or organization or even nation has all the answers.
So what does he suggest?
He calls for this multidisciplinary, multicultural, multi-stakeholder approach.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
But it's about bringing together diverse perspectives and expertise
to create a more robust and inclusive framework
for guiding the development of quantum AI.
It's like a global conversation.
Exactly, a global conversation that goes beyond borders and disciplines.
But what about us as individuals?
Yes, Schneeppat encourages individuals to engage in critical thinking about the role of technology in their own lives and in society.
So stay informed.
Yes, stay informed about advancements in quantum AI.
Participate in public discussion.
Engage in debates.
Maybe support organizations that are promoting
ethical and responsible AI development.
He believes that every voice matters.
Every voice counts.
It's really inspiring to hear his call for collective action and individual responsibility.
It's a powerful message.
He's not just presenting some dry academic analysis.
He's offering a vision
of a future where technology empowers humanity
and contributes to a more just and sustainable world.
His essay really is a powerful reminder that the future of quantum AI isn't predetermined.
We have the power to shape it.
It's a future that we are actively creating with the choices we make today.
So we need to choose wisely.
Well, this has been a truly fascinating journey.
It has been an insightful exploration.
We've covered a lot of ground.
From the mind-bending concepts of quantum computing to the profound ethical implications.
And I have to say, I feel like I have a much better understanding of both the potential
And the perils
of quantum AI.
It's been a pleasure discussing these ideas with you.
And to our listener, we encourage you to check out Schnepphat's essay.
Yes, Quantenkey. Ethische Fragen und technologische Grenzen.
It's a thought-provoking and insightful read
That will definitely challenge you to think critically.
about the future of technology.
And your role in shaping it.
And remember, the future of quantum AI is not set in stone.
It's a future that we are all creating together.
Let's make it a future that benefits all of humanity.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you enjoyed it.